So I was doing some tests with my Equinox and Deus, and this lock right here is solid brass. Right, I found out the fairgrounds right next to railroad tracks. It's a railroad lock, and there is no iron in it. Right, it's a bottle cap right here because there's a magnet in there. Right, there is no iron in this lock right here. Right, no iron in this lock. Right. And the X35 coil in 25 kilohertz was not hitting that lock right there. And it wasn't hitting that brass valve very good there either. So I got my HF coil here. I'm just so curious, right? I gotta know, man. I had to go upstairs and grab my HF coils. I have my other HF coil up on the porch there. I don't think it's gonna hit it. The way it was responding in 25 kilohertz, I don't think it's gonna hit it. Silver quarter, Morgan dollar, overload on the brass valve there. Oh, I'm already starting getting some overload tones, right? But I can hit it from a long way away, right? In 14 kilohertz. Now I'll just jump it up to 31 kilohertz frequency. I think it's not going to do very well. Nope. Nope. That is really weird. It's hitting that big brass valve really good though. And of course it's going to hit the bottle caps. Right? Listen to the bottle cap. Bottle cap, right? Bottle cap, right? I tried to get several bottle caps here. I have really high EMI in my area, right in front of my house, in 31 kilohertz. Really bad EMI. I can still tell it's a bottle cap though. Right. Still can tell it's a bottle cap, or iron at least. But that lock right there, not gonna happen in 54 kilohertz. Most likely not gonna happen. That 54 kilohertz right here, nothing. I'm just barely getting something from it, about 8 to 10 inches away. So that's really odd. Bottle cap, right? This bottle cap is kind of elusive because it's flattened down, right? It's really rusty. It's not giving me a lot of crackling, but listen to this one here. Right, obviously a bottle cap right on the surface. Bottle cap right on the surface. Here's a silver quarter. Morgan dollar. See, this is why I change frequencies a lot. Especially when I get towards iron, I'm changing frequencies a lot. Even at every site I go to, I'm always changing frequencies. And that's usually most of the time when I push a button on the Deus, it's going to be my frequency change, right? I can change my reactivity a little bit here and there, but most of the time a frequency change will have a dramatic impact on your finds, right? What you're finding. But what I'll do is I'll go over to 74 kilohertz. I'll just change coils out here real quick. Oops, come on. I'll just change coils here real quick. 14 kilohertz to start out with. I'll open it up here. You can hear it. Bottle cap, right? Bottle cap tone, right? Bottle cap tone, right? Listen to it. Compared to a quarter. Nice and clean tone, no crackling. Nice and clean tone, no crackling. Listen to it. Oh boy, oh wow, that's really surprising. Brass valve there, overload obviously, but at 14 kilohertz, this smaller coil here, and this is the stock program, right? 14 kilohertz, hot program. Yeah, there's no way 31 kilohertz is gonna hit it. Oh, this is 74 kilohertz, excuse me. Because I was in 54 kilohertz when I first started. 14 kilohertz should hit it. Yeah, should hit it really good. Because when I change coils, the HF coils have 3 frequency widths, bandwidths on them. And if I'm in 74 kilohertz, when I'm using the round HF coil there, and I switch my coils over without changing any programs, and I switch coils over to my HF coil, it'll automatically put me in that higher frequency bandwidth, right? So that's 74 kilohertz in there. That's why I just was in 74 kilohertz without knowing it. I just lapsed me. So 74 kilohertz, let's try, or that was 14 kilohertz, this is 31. So the 31 kilohertz, this coil in 31 kilohertz is hitting it just a little bit better than the 9-inch. I think what it's doing is it's overloading on it, right? Because the higher frequencies really falses on big iron, big time, on the HF coils. So I'll go to 74 kilohertz. Actually, I'll go to 14 kilohertz and show you what the bottle caps sound like, right? Because I was in 74 kilohertz before. Right, just rejecting it, right? Because the lower frequencies reject iron, or you can really identify and really know if it's iron or not in the lower frequencies, especially big iron, and kind of rejects it a little bit at 14 kilohertz. Even the lower frequencies reject iron too, but the higher frequencies do not reject the big iron, so they sound really good. You only get a couple nuances with it in hot program, that big iron, just a little bit of clicking, right? This is 14 kilohertz, right? Right, see how much it's rejecting it? I can really tell the bottle caps because it's just the tone, right? It's actually tied, the iron tone is actually tied in with that whole tone there. Now I'll go up to higher frequencies and show you. You just gotta listen for the clicking, right? It's gonna give you a high tone, but the clicking, right? Clicking. A bottle cap like that is really hard to reject by ear, right? But that lock right there, solid brass lock, not hitting it. That's why I always change frequencies, right? At sites, you know, switch coils, switch frequencies, switch programs every once in a while, you know, switch my settings so I can get this stuff out of the ground, right? I even dig bottle caps up. You guys know that I dig bottle caps up because it's important, because, you know, those areas that are high concentration of bottle caps, you have a high chance of getting a ring or some jewelry or a coin in the same hole as a bottle cap. So if you're not digging out the bottle caps, somebody else will dig those bottle caps right behind you, and they're probably going to find some jewelry and coins, maybe a ring or something. I have it several times in my videos. Dig up a bottle cap and a ring is in the same hole as that bottle cap, or directly underneath that bottle cap. Several times in my videos. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.